Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of the Is Yours Gold podcast on AFC Elite. This episode 11 already. We are racking up those numbers, and thank you for the support recently. It's been actually insane. Me and Aaron have been very, very taken aback. And talking of Aaron, my co-host here is back once again. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Ready to discuss all things Arsenal. Like Harry said, thank you for your support. How are you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm happy as always. As long as Arsenal are winning, I'm happy, man. But yeah, let's get into it. People support. You know where we are. Get on the socials. But other than that, another win for the Arsenal, and we're still top of the league. We are still top of the league. We're looking nice. Another great performance, a 2-0 win at Turf Moor. What are your thoughts of the game, Aaron? You watch it?
Yeah, of course, man. We're watching every single game. You know us, Arsenal thick and thin. I just want to start with the lineup. I don't know about you, but shout out Leandro Trossard, 100th Premier League appearance. Do you understand, for us? So he deserves a big shout out.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that. Like, I would have thought it was probably less. I'd say maybe because we always see him coming off the bench, especially when he started, and obviously when he had those times battling with Martinelli. But yeah, man. I mean, I think when we look back at Trossard, we'll look back at him with probably good eyes and saying, it was a good signing. So yeah, man, he's good for him to get that 100 appearances, man.
Crazy, isn't it? It's mad. Like, it just time goes so quick. You think about when we signed him. I think we signed him 27 million. Then next minute he's coming off the bench. People are calling him a super sub, but I can't lie, he's delivered, man. He's delivered for the price.
He's done his job, to be honest. But I think he did his job as well on the weekend. We'll get into, but like I said, the lineup, I think it was pretty much the same. No real changes,
No
obviously,
changes, yeah.
after the rotation against Brighton, and I was happy with that. To be fair, I don't know about you, but I feel like
Yeah,
we just got to get that consistent lineup, and if it's not broken, don't fix it.
I agree with that. Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Same old lineup. And listen, we are the team to beat right now. So let's just get into the game.
Yeah, I think it was definitely like I know you predicted. Oh wait, hang on a minute, I just remembered about predictions. I didn't even think to myself who got it last time. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that for later, but you can already tell by my expression already.
You
So,
gave it away, man.
but yeah, I think that first half is kind of what a lot of us did expect. Like, especially just if you were a neutral, you probably expect Arsenal to go get some early goals. But what happened in the second half, we probably didn't. Like, we kind of stepped off it a little bit. Obviously, GYOKERES came off at half time. But let's start with the first half. What did you think of it?
I thought the first half, I was really impressed with just the way we approached the game. Like, I felt like we really took it to them, broke through 14th minute set piece. Rice whips it in, Gabriel flick on Gyökeres, sixth goal of the season. By the way, I thought he had a fantastic game. I can't even lie. A big one goal and two big chances he created for Saka. By the way, Saka should have taken one of them, but we'll get into that. But I just thought he was really putting himself about in the first half. He was everywhere, man. And yeah, I think the first half it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah, I agree. And even just talking on the side a little, FPL, I captain Saka. When he missed those two big chances, my mind was gone. And by the way, I would have then matched Haaland because obviously I went against Haaland. But that's what I get. I guess, for trying to go against the grain. But I was quite disappointed, regardless. Like, even though I'm talking FPL wise, just about Saka. I know there's a couple
Yeah.
of eyes on him right now. I saw a video today, just people trying to overanalyze, saying how he hasn't got a goal in X amount of games, or got one goal in X amount of games, and he hasn't really provided the assists he used to. But I will strain that down to a lot of his injuries and inconsistencies with the 11. I feel like it's quite hard to get a run of games at the moment. Hopefully, as he does get out there more, it will come, because we all know his quality. Because there's no way we're disrespecting him for a second. The amount of consistency he's put across the years ever since he was a real young age. So I'm not really too stressed. And luckily, it was at a time where we were on top, so the goals came regardless.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's a brilliant point. At the end of the day, Saka is our star boy, and he's always compared to someone else. It's Palmer, it's Foden. I remember the Greenwood comparisons. The list goes on. And yes, he hasn't been his usual self for the past, I'd say, 2 games. But let's not forget he was brilliant against Fulham. It's like, guys, we have short-term memory loss. Against Fulham, he was
Yes,
very,
true.
very
Yeah.
good. Like, that was only about 2 games ago. So listen, of all people, Saka is entitled to have a bad game. How many times has he carried us on our back? Let's look at 2020. Think about like just the terrible times for our football club in general. So not being funny, but if there's anyone that deserves, a bit of, slack or just let him off, man. It's Saka, isn't it? Like I'll give him a bit of leeway.
But that is the issue with people that watch football via social media and don't actually watch the game. Because if you watch the game, you'd have known that Saka's had some great performances, like you said, against Fulham. That game, he was untouchable, unplayable. So to even say anything else is just silly, to be honest, and just shows your ball knowledge. But
Honestly,
yeah, I mean, other than that, like you said about Gyökeres, I agree with you. I think it was his best performance. Let's talk about the first goal. Rice, what a head, what a delivery. Gabriel once again. I mean, it's really inevitable in these corners. You can even see how teams are trying to mark Gabriel differently to all the other players in the box, and still doesn't work. And obviously, Gyökeres there for a tap in, but you got to be there to score it. So I'm not taking away from him whatsoever. But yeah, what do you think?
yeah. As you said, a striker, you've got to be there to score. And that's one thing that Erling Haaland had. Obviously, this season, he's gone up for me, Erling Haaland. He's added so much to his game. But before that, he was a poacher. And that's what Gyökeres is doing. You've got to be at the right place at the right time. And like you said about the set pieces, another set piece goal, Declan Rice does it again. I think he's got to be one of the best set piece takers in the world, honestly. And Gabriel, he does it again. Like you said, he's inevitable. He's just like Mo Salah. Do you understand? He's popping up with these important goals, these important assists now for a centre back. That's actually crazy. But like you said on the previous podcast, Gabriel, he's one of the most important names on the team sheet. And think about how important he is in both boxes. Offensively, he's an aerial threat. He's a juggernaut. He's a monster. And defensively, you are not winning a header off of him. He's solid. He's the commander at the back. Honestly, I can't say enough good enough things about him. Honestly, he's so good.
Yeah, man, I agree. He's just been a different class above everyone else so far, Gabriel. He's been just such a threat. We have people talking about him being. I saw on Monday Night Football the other day, they were talking about PFA Player of the Year
Yeah.
and how that was only two other occasions where a defender's been it and won it. I think that was Van Dijk and John Terry.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, if Gabriel was to join that list, you'd have to say he'd have to go down as one of our greatest. I mean, even now, I know people always say you need, trophies to come back up these statistics, which obviously we are hoping we'll get this year. But looking back in a couple of years, Gabriel, man, I hope he's still here. But my word, we will miss him because what a player! I don't think he's so irreplaceable at the moment. Him and Saliba. I know. You've said for a while. I remember you saying how you've always thought Gabriel, or I remember you said you made the switch where you thought, okay, Gabriel is better player than Saliba. And I mean, looking at it now, what a take!
Bro, I'm glad you said that because I was telling people from time and they were looking at me like I'm brain dead. I'm telling you, I saw the vision and listen, he used to make so many mistakes. I could think about like the game against Fulham when he gave
Fulham,
the,
yeah.
the ball away to Mitrovic and he scored. There's just so many times he had that bozo gene. But I could see if this guy locked in, he had the aggression, he had the strength, he had the leadership, he had all the traits that I look for in legendary centre backs. If you just cut that one little mistake out of his game, now you're seeing it. Now people are giving him the flowers, and I'm glad I'm hearing it because he deserves it.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's very disrespected in some areas, and now I am glad that he's getting the appreciation he deserves. Been doing it for years now. But yeah, like I say, I'm just happy that he's getting his flowers. Let's talk about the second goal. I think once again, just a lovely counter attack. Gyökeres spread that pass across the pitch to Trossard. Seeing people say he didn't mean it. I mean, just stop hating. Stop hating. He definitely knew what he was doing then. It's a lovely touch from Trossard, really holding up the play to get all the Arsenal players back into the box. And Declan Rice coming off of a header. And yeah, one goal, one assist. I think he was my man of the match. I think he was man of the match officially as well. It probably will be the same for you as well. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a great goal. What a player he is.
Declan Rice, what a player. 105 million, I believe. We got him for half price. I agree with that, people. Honestly, but let's just go back to how the goal started. like you said in the last pod, Gabriel, the most important player in both boxes, it's his header from the throne that started it all, people. Don't forget that. Before Gyökeres even passed it, he won the header from Kyle Walker. So he's the one who started it initially. And then the ball from Gyökeres, anyone who's saying that that was unintentional, like you said, Harry, you're just hating, man. Because for me, Gyökeres can do no right. Do you understand? Anything he does, he's always getting criticism from other fan bases. Just give the guy credit. When he had the same goals as Ekatike and all these other strikers, you're all getting onto him saying he's not technically good, this, that. I don't care. He's delivering. And that ball was fantastic. He spreads out to Trossard. The cross is sensational. He has a delay on it. He waits for Rice. Rice is late arriving into the box. And the header is just perfect. He sends the ball back across the goalkeeper. Honestly, Rice he's sensational. I can't like him, Gabriel. I can't speak highly enough of them. They're just world class.
Even their relationship, Gabriel and Rice, you've seen it a lot of times, arguing on the pitch, really going at it. You can see how much they care. They both have such a great
Mhm.
mentality and really are just ruthless, and they want to win so badly. I love them. I love having them in this team. And with Rice, I'm confidently saying, without a doubt, it, I mean, he is the best player and the best midfielder in this Premier League, actively playing right now. Obviously, Rodri's injured. Caicedo is going to be the next equal shout. I'm taking Rice because what Rice does on the pitch, I know Caicedo, in terms of winning the ball, I think potentially, but the way Rice has like a signature tackle, the way he leans in with his leg to get, I mean, it's like he's kneeling down sometimes when he tackles it and he scoops it and he keeps possession. He is so good in every single area. His set pieces is unmatched. His shot, like when I compare some of his goals, the amount of goals he scored at Newcastle at home, 1-0, what a finish. Man United away, what a finish. West Ham, yeah, even he's getting to the box now and recently the I wouldn't call it a tap in, but comes to the box late run, and he's becoming that player where he's a reliable source for goals and obviously assists with his set pieces. He just is such a well-rounded, all-rounded player. He's so irreplaceable, and not only that, the best ability is availability, and Declan Rice is here, game in, game out. He is not, he's not doing silly challenges. He's not been sent off. And well, not in recent times anyway. I think it might have been West Ham got sent off one time. I'm not actually quite sure, but yeah, like in comparison to Caicedo, I've got to respect him as a player, and the comparisons sometimes are forced. Because in my opinion, they are two different players, and Declan Rice is just not in this league. I will say that very, very confidently.
I mean, like you said, they are two different players, and this might be crazy to say it, but I actually believe that Declan Rice has the best engine out of a player I've ever seen. He's up there with Kante. Honestly, those are the two players. When I think engine and just run forever, just endlessly, like a marathon runner, those guys are up there. They never stop. And listen, I'll send you his heat map. Yeah, you put up the graphic. He's everywhere. Like
Hmm.
the guy doesn't stop, and the comparisons of these Caicedo's, Rodri, of course, Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. Caicedo, we know how good he is, but at the end of the day, I don't see Caicedo playing the 8 as good as Rice. Remember, Rice can play the 6 and the 8. That's all I'm saying, people.
Yeah, that's true. And it's just he's just a different player, so irreplaceable in that midfield. And I feel like we've seen now without Odegaard, okay, we can play Eze in there. Without Zubimendi, I mean, Rice himself can drop in there, but even then we could try Norgard. But without Rice, I feel like the game changes completely. You lose so much. He's so vital to our midfield, and he's one of them players that, yeah, man, you cannot replicate no matter what you do.
Just last thing on Rice, just to touch on it. 9 recoveries, by the way, in that match. Crazy, like
That is
it's
nuts. I mean,
nuts.
that recoveries in football are very, very hard to get, especially in the midfielder. And against a Burnley side, like I said, even in the podcast, I remember I mentioned how their home form have been very hard to beat at home. So I took this game very, very seriously. I was very cautious going into it, and that's why you got to put those kind of performances to win there. And luckily that we had Rice to do so. But I just want to mention last thing, their goal or them hitting the post, final kick of the game. How do you feel there? I know I jumped.
I can't lie. I was pooing it. I was scared. I'll be honest. I saw him line up here, and he actually had some sort of confidence about him. I thought this is going in. I can't even lie. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, David Raya on. Okay, listen. I'm not. I don't want to go too harsh, but David Raya on free kicks. I'm slightly noticing. I'm having a little notice. I'm looking at you because Dominic Szoboszlai, he couldn't have done anything. I mean, I'll say that because that's obviously the consensus here. Bruno Fernandes, Man United, he's conceding that. That's some bullshit. I can't really address anymore. But there's a lot of times when we are against free kicks, and I'm shitting myself. I'm really if it doesn't hit the wall, I'm thinking, hey, I can't lie, it's not looking good.
It, it might be a disrespect, but I swear, whenever we have a free kick and Rise and goal, he just looks so small. Like, don't
Yeah,
get me wrong,
tiny.
he's bigger than me and all that, but I can't speak. But he just looks so small. Like,
Yeah.
and he looks like he's never gonna get there. Like, if it goes over the wall, it looks like he weren't gonna get there. But honestly, on this free kick, he was actually there though. It hit the post, he was there. So, but yeah, you're on a bit of a watch, you know. We're
Yeah,
looking,
I'm watching him. Hey, you
we're
better not, but
watching.
you better just fix up, man. It's getting bad now. But one thing I do want to say as well, like when he dives, it's just like I don't know, it's just like he's on helium or something. He just goes woo. And just, that's it. Like, but if you see like I know Courtois, it's like the man, but he just I mean he's long. That's the only disadvantage of Rayo is because of his height.
Yeah.
Where it really benefits him in build up and obviously reactions because of how agile he is. But yeah, in those scenarios where you have to stretch, it's not really because players will know that as well. They'll know when they have those opportunities that they can try to um cap- capitalize on it. But yeah, apart from that, I'm quite like I said, a good performance. Happy to get those 3 points at another ground away from home, another clean sheet. And let's just mention that again. The clean sheets. It is ridiculous. What yet again, another one. I mean, just when is this gonna stop?
It's, let me not speak in it, but I don't know when it's gonna stop. Do you understand? I saw Pep Guardiola coming out and saying, maybe one day Arsenal will let
The
in a
mind
goal.
games.
It's mind games. Pep, I know what he's doing, and it's not gonna work this time. Do you understand? Because one thing I'll say about Man City is the big man's doing the work. Do you understand? And
Yeah.
without Erling Haaland, the goals they ain't gonna come as easy. So just watch your backs.
No word. No, I agree with that fully. I mean, the stats Haaland's putting out right now is insane. But
One more thing.
yeah,
One more thing. Sorry.
yeah.
Shout out Timber, man. No, I just want to just quickly
Mm,
touch upon him because this guy for me, he's actually incredible. Like, think about it. Torn ACL out for 9 months on his Premier League debut against Nottingham Forest, and to come back at this elite level. I remember like watching, Arsenal games, sometimes at your house and all that, and we're thinking like Ben White, like this guy's gonna be our starting right back for years to come. And the way our Timber, he's just been integrated into the side. It's like the manager's never looks back because he's so good. He's unbelievable, man. Sorry.
no, I fully agree. Ben White at the time was such a fan favorite, especially in me. I really, really liked him. He had obviously the shit house about him, and even the way he talked about Arsenal, the way he was celebrating after games, he really, really, and he probably still does love the club. But yeah, I know it is a shame to kind of see him kind of being pushed out, but it's injuries. That's what happens. He had to cover for Timber during that ACL season, and he really did end up damaging himself in the long term, and we're seeing the effects of that now. I've heard stuff that he was injected for a long periods, really just battling through injuries, playing through injuries, and now I guess in moments where when one opportunity arises for Timber to take it, he's not really going to let that go, especially in this side. He really wants to stay in, week out. So, yeah, but there was a great segment on Match of the Day that I watched about the two fullbacks, Calafiori and Timber, and they really, really did a good piece on it about just when you watch us in the game, they are both literally in the striker position. It's so incredible. If it's on the left side, Calafiori is right there making runs. And even I remember once he had a run and he got a corner from it, and I think that corner is the one that got the goal.
Yeah.
So it's just really they're both so vital into our build-up play, and they're such great threats. And yeah, it's just such a unique thing that I would really have not expected from Arsenal. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I just think that they are some of the best players on the pitch. But the whole team
So
is
good.
insane.
You know what's crazy? I actually saw that graphic, and after Victor Gyökeres in the XG charts, I'm pretty sure Calafiori was second. He was
Yeah,
second in XG.
yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I saw that as well. And yeah, Timber's not far behind. I mean, that is nuts just to say. But listen, we cannot complain. I mean, what a job Arteta's doing, man. You got to respect him.
Respect it, man.
But apart from that, anything else you want to add to the game, or are we good to go?
I think it's time to move on to injuries.
Yeah. So the injury situation, Aaron, it's not looking good.
Good, man.
What are your thoughts?
Um, I think we have like 7 players out: Jesus, Havertz, Odegaard, Gyökeres, Martinelli, Kepa. I'm worried, man, because Andre Harriman, a new 17-year-old. He's our only striker. It's like we're going back to last season. I'm getting PTSD all over again. I can't lie, I'm sort of panicking. How are you feeling?
Now, I mean, we'll touch on it for tomorrow, but for tomorrow, I'm not panicking because these Champions League games you can kind of afford to lose and still get top 8. Like, I don't really care if we come first or second again. Like, it's not, as long as we get in the top 8, I'm pretty happy. To be fair, like, it's not going to get us any. It's not going to give us a trophy for coming in top 8. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's not ideal. I hope that it was a precaution taking Gyökeres off, but I mean, seeing the stuff now that he's not in training and we were going to need him for Sunderland. That's my biggest concern here. Like, for tomorrow against Slavia Prague, listen, they're a great side, Champions League side. You cannot disrespect them away from home as well. It's going to be a tough place to go. However, I'm more concerned about that Sunderland game because
that's
if
what
we
I'm
don't
worried
have
about.
him, then it's an issue. And we're going to have to play Merino, who, don't get me wrong, did well up there. So, I mean, that will be the backup, I think. It won't be the Harry. He might play this game, to be fair, but which will be something in itself.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's just
I just really hope Gyökeres can make it because, listen, I respect Marino and he's done a great job, but you saw in the second half when Gyökeres came off, our threat just went down. Like our threat was not even
yeah.
comparable to the
He's not a
first half.
striker, is he? Yeah, he's not.
No,
No. And you can tell that the runs aren't the same and stuff. Yeah.
that's me for injuries. I'm worried, but hopefully we have Havertz, Odegaard, Martinelli should be back soon. Madueke, they all should be back for Spurs, which is the biggest game coming.
Oh yeah, no, that's after international break, I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, okay. Well, other than that, Premier League table, we are top 6 points clear. City and Liverpool both overtake Bournemouth. And yeah, I mean, and as we're recording this, Sunderland are 1-0 down to Everton.
Hmm.
So that will be another. I mean, because if they win today, they go second and overtake City and Liverpool, which is a nuts thing to say.
Damn.
But yeah, so City. Any thoughts on them? Just quick, we'll touch on them because I mean, great performance against Bournemouth. It's a very very tough team to beat. And they did it with some style.
Can't lie, City are starting to look good. I think Pep's finally starting to get a rhythm out of his side. That Turkey, he looks good, man. I can't lie, he's quality, and for the price they got him, it's a bargain. I'll be real. He's a very talented player. I think Pep said, I might be wrong on this, but I think Pep said he's one of the most talented players that like he's ever
Yeah.
coached. So yeah, but they keep on feeding the big man. They know how to find him. But for me, I'll be real. Bournemouth played into their hands for me. I mean, they went into a high line. You see the first goal. That's bread and butter for Haaland. So if you're going to play City, don't play a high line against the robot.
Yeah, no, that is a good point. But yeah, I think they just wanted to take it to them, and obviously they got punished. You can't do that against East opposition. But yeah, only other thing I wanted to touch on is one other thing. The scheduling currently. I don't know if you've seen the Crystal Palace Carabao Cup fixture got organised, and currently it's on a Tuesday. 2 days. So we play on the Sunday. I think it's Everton away. Then Monday off, but it won't be off because we'll be training. And then we have Tuesday Palace at home. I mean, what do you think of that? That is quite some turnaround.
I think it's a disgrace, honestly, and both sides see it as a disgrace. The original fixture would have saw Palace play like 4 games in 8 days or something crazy like that.
That's insane.
Now it's been rescheduled, like you said, and now we're playing 2 days after a game. See, this is why all the injuries are piling up. But how many players? We've got 4 players out with knee injuries, and the schedule's ridiculous. And things like the Club World Cup. I know I'm going a bit off topic, but these things don't help.
No, I agree. And even the topic sometimes of people, you can see the higher ups are trying to get games elsewhere. Like they're trying to play football games in America, trying to play football games in Saudi, and just think to yourselves really the implications it has on the football players. And I hate the argument that it always comes up. oh, you know how much they get paid. It's
Doesn't
just
matter.
don't be stupid. Seriously, don't be stupid. I mean, we're the ones funding it. You know, we're the ones watching, buying all Sky Sports and going to games and buying shirts and stuff like that. So ultimately, I think that player welfare has to really have a shake up and a reassessment because currently with the amount of ACLs, and it's not just the men's game, the women's game get ridiculous ACLs. I've seen it recently as well. I mean, some of them have been so unlucky. The amount of ACLs in women is horrible, and maybe correlation doesn't equal causation here, but I mean, I'm not really convinced that the tight schedule has no effect because there must be something there because yes, we probably saw these amount of injuries back in the day, but I mean, to this degree, I'm not sure really, but yeah, I just think there really needs to be a revamp. Whoever these higher ups are, just really, really sort out.
Agree, and stop introducing all these extra competitions that are just not helping us. Like at the end of the day, I'm glad you spoke about like the players' health and everything because yes, they're getting paid money, but nobody cares how much money you're making when you've torn your ACL and you can't move for a year. Nobody cares about that. So we really need to start, taking care of the players and looking at the schedules because there's far too many injuries for my liking.
Yep, I agree. And this is actually some breaking news. So stand by. Mikel Arteta has just ruled out Gyökeres out for tomorrow, so he will not be playing tomorrow. He's definitely not available. His quotes were, he hasn't trained today and needs to do some more tests and scans in the next few days to understand the extent of the injury. But for this game, he's not available. I'm concerned because he hasn't had many muscular issues and he's had to leave the pitch. He was feeling something, and that's very obvious. Never a good sign, especially for a player that is very scary, especially for a player that is very, very explosive. So we are digging in a little bit more to understand where we are in terms of the injury, and we will announce it when we know. So, I mean, those aren't really good words. I mean, I'm hearing that there. That's not really the tone of it ain't that great.
I don't like that. I don't like it at all. For me, the word that stands out, the key word, concerned. When you hear Arteta say concerned, you know it could be really, really
Yeah.
bad. And these muscular injuries, like they set players back anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm hoping that that's just not the case. Honestly, that's the last thing I wanted to hear.
Yeah,
I'm
I
disappointed.
got to apologise that breaking news, but regardless, I mean, let's just hope Havertz can come back ASAP because we need him more than
Please,
anything
please.
now.
Yeah.
The final thing about tomorrow, there'll be Zumbamendi. He's obviously suspended because of the 2 yellow cards he's picked up so far in the tournament. So really, it's going to be quite a lineup. Let's get into it now. What do you think about tomorrow? Slavia Prague away. It's our fourth game of the Champions League this year. Yeah,
Yeah. Fourth game of the Champions League, 5:45 kickoff.
yeah.
Weird European times, but yeah. A chance for us to just get a win. Honestly, I really don't care about the performance. With the amount of injuries, I don't care if they score our own goal and we win. We just need to get to Sunderland. That's what I'm
I agree. Yeah.
concerned about. I really don't care about the performance. Just yeah, no Gyökeres, so maybe a chance for a news to start. Zubamendi's out, so Mikel Merino will feature. I don't even know. Do we give Ben White a run out? Because I think Timber, I'm starting to get worried about him. He's racked in a lot of minutes. What do you
Hmm.
think?
I think yeah, I wouldn't be against it because right now that Sunderland game is going to be, I'd say, our toughest game because you look at the Liverpool away. Realistically, they didn't really give us that much of a game apart from a moment of magic. City away, it was hard, in fact, that we had to break down a team. But this game is going to be so physically demanding in a time where we are so vulnerable in terms of our squad size. I know everyone keeps talking about how they have to win it this year. They've got all the squad depth. When you've got injuries to the exact same position in multiple areas, it really is a concern. You can't ignore these stats. I mean, these are literal facts here. We are without a striker again. So yeah, I'm hoping for the best, and yeah, my eyes literally. So yeah, this game, I've got half an eye on this, and their main focus on Sunderland. So just get out of there. I'd settle with a draw to be honest, but yeah, I don't mind. Depending how he rotates, we're gonna see.
Honestly, I don't care what the result is as long as we don't lose. I'll take a draw. I'll take a win. Just get to Sunderland. Yeah, that's it. I'm ready to move on to predictions, man.
Okay, predictions time. So, as you can see, not tomorrow. As you can see, 8 games played as of now, and we are at 3 correct scores for myself and Aaron at 1 now. Just while Aaron got on the scoreboard, I get another. I haven't got one for a while, but all of a sudden, yeah, 2-0 I went for. Aaron went for the 3, which it definitely could have been. It could have been 4, but
Should have been 4.
it should have been a lot
Should have
more.
been 4.
But I'll take it. Look, honestly, like you saw my live reaction on this podcast. I literally completely forgot about it. But yeah, we'll take it. Another 2-point gap. So, for tomorrow, Aaron, you want to go first?
It's gonna be a tough game. All the injuries. I'm going for a 1-0 win away from home. What's your thoughts?
I'm tempted to go for a 0-0
It's fair.
because it's between 0-0 and 1-1.
Mm.
I'll go 0-0.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay.
I think away from it. Honestly, it depends how much he changes it. I think if he changes the side, it'll be 1-0. But I think if he doesn't, it'll be 0-0. But regardless, I'll stick with 0-0.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like the sound of that. Honestly, I think it's going to be like a terrible game. I think it's going to be dead. I can't lie.
Hella flowers just
Yeah.
all on the pitch.
It's going to be like, do you remember that Everton game we went to? It's going to be that all over again,
no.
honestly.
Saka scored! My FPL!
Yes! Yes!
Believe it! Oh my god!
I've been suffering. I've moved down from like 1st or 4th.
Oh, what a scene! That is insane. Can you believe that? I've got Njai as well, and Njai scored the first. My word. This is incredible. Oh, wow. I'm so happy now, because I didn't captain Haaland. And obviously, I was... By the way, I had Gabriel captain up until the deadline. I was like, you know what? No. Gabriel won't haul. Let me change to Saka. And what am I doing?
Oh, man, you fumbled, man.
But,
Xhaka scoring. Come on.
That is class. That is class. What a scene.
That's crazy.
But yeah, right. What way to end the episode, boys.
Yeah, man.
Thank you all very much for watching. The predictions are in 1-1 and 0. 1-0?
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0 and 0-0.
Yeah.
So, people, thank you all very much for watching this episode of the Is Yours Goal podcast. We appreciate everything, as always. Don't take any of this for granted. And we will be back with you next episode after SLAVIA Prague game to predict Sunderland, where, hopefully Xhaka gets another at this rate. Not against us, though. Not against us.
Not against us.
But, yeah, Aaron, thank you for joining me once again.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And, yeah, we'll see you on the next video very, very soon.
Peace.